3 weeks later, I'm finally finishing this video, and steering knuckles are cut, welded. Shout out to Chris Goldie. He's a local dude. He actually drifts E46. I don't know if it's an M, but fully caged, 2JZ swap, fucking dope. And he's getting ready to do a Starlet, I think it is, wide body, fucking sick. And anyways, we're gonna be in, or the rest of this video, I guess I've already started the intro and all that shit, but we're gonna go put these on and see how much angle we can get out of them. And I'll probably have to be going to Techno Toy Tuning and get their lower control arms, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna knock on the traction arm. Whatever, it's the thing that controls caster. And I don't know if I've actually shown it to you guys, but it's kind of also in a corner. So here's the RB. Infamous valve or timing cover. It's got turbo, so it's a ceramic journal bearing, but turbo is turbo, yo. And we have this in here. So, what we have to do, pull the wheels off, pull everything else off, and get down in there and move some shit around, because I need to get the old block somewhere else and get this thing folded up and out of my fucking way. But in my spare time, I have removed the old engine wiring harness from the engine bay and all this other random shit, AC lines and starter and charcoal canister, and yeah. Alright, so let's get to jacking it up and taking the wheel off. So, now we are going to check the current wheel angle before we put the new knuckles on, and then we'll account for the difference. So this is our left turn, and then this is our right turn. So this, and we have plenty of room in the back for more angle because of my current offset. I don't know if you can see it. All we're mainly worried about is this arm right here is smacking on that, because when we turn it in, so that's at max lock, but we have this much room. So once we start hitting that, then we'll be having issues, and then we'll need to buy the new Techno Toy Tuning's lower control arms. So this way it'll bring this bar right here back to like here or whatever, but it'll get it out of the way. So let's get the wheel off and get it checked out. So now that we're in here, all we have to take apart is this bolt. This bolt, since this is actually your steering knuckle right here. So take this bolt out, same bolt on the other side, and then you have to get your lower ball joint to pop out. So what I would recommend doing is sliding a pry bar into here and pressing down while hitting on the side of this with your hammer. If that works, that's awesome. If not, we'll find out. Once you get the strut tube, the strut assembly off, you'll have a castle nut here. You'll just need to take this off. This is the cotter pin. Replace this with a new one, and then take the bolt off, and then you have to have your ball joint not pressed out. You don't have to have it pressed out. But I'll see if I can figure out a trick to get it off. Should work, but we'll see. So, quick trick. So this is pressed on, right? What you're gonna do, I already did this, so it only took 2 whacks. You're gonna slide it, your pry bar, up underneath there, put force up, and then you're gonna hit right here with a hammer. Just 1 or 2 good whacks. It won't bend anything, so don't worry about that. As soon as it pops up, I mean, it'll just kind of, and it'll come off. That's just a quick trick, so you don't have to take the whole thing apart and then have the ball joint pressed out, or use a pickle fork to get it out and then ruin the ball joint. This way the ball joint's still reusable. I can throw the new one back on and call it good. Alrighty, so if you're wondering the difference between the two, how short I went, well, there you go. I also changed the Ackerman angle. As you can tell, the Ackerman angle is the angle from this to your ball joint. So from this, see how that's a straight line? And then that is slightly off. Well, if you look at this one, it's extremely at an angle, this one up here. And so I basically brought this hole inward, and so this way when we're at full lock, the wheels stay more at the exact same angle compared to at different, one's a slighter angle than the other to reduce wheel scrub while ordinary driving. But there's that. So we're just gonna slide this on here. I'm gonna throw that castle nut back on. I'm gonna throw this on here. Boom, just like that. And then that'll be our new wheel angle. But I want to check it and check some shit out. So this part's back together. The strut is still out. Sorry, I forgot to mention that I took the strut tube or the full coilover out just to give myself some more room to screw around in. But I am now going to put it all back together, or put this side back together, and then I'm going to do the other side, and then I'm going to do a very crappy alignment on it just to make sure the wheels are straight, and then I'm going to find out where it's hitting, and if I need to shave any of this material down, I will, because let's see if I can move this with one hand. Yeah. 1 second. Now I have mass amounts of turning angle, but this is now overlapping my control arm. So I need to figure out where I need to trim up into here. But I also need to keep strength and rigidity, because that is very important. Because you don't want your control arm bending on you in the middle of a drift, because that would suck a lot. Like a lot. But yeah, so I might just have to cut a little bit out here. And once this is in, it won't allow it to go up and over this. It'll just kind of knock on the side. So make a little plate for it to knock on so nothing gets damaged when I'm slamming it into full lock. But alright, I'm going to do a full time lapse of the other side. So here we go. So I'm all finished up, and I'm gonna have my mom steer my wheel for me. That's okay. I won't get you in the video then, unless you want to be. I mean, okay. But yeah, so I'm gonna have my mom steer for me, and I think I couldn't tell you the amount of angle that I got now, but it is massive. Alrighty. So why don't you hop in, Mom, and we'll get the shot for you guys. This is at full lock. To the right. Go ahead and steer. To the other direction. Alright, and that's full lock the other direction. So, alright, go ahead and steer the other direction. I think I have enough lock, but we are hitting on the lower control arm, so I'm going to start saving up for the Techno Toy Tunings LCA, and that'll give us another 5 to 10 degrees because I'm not even close to hitting my limit on my rack. And then after that, we'll figure out if we want to go rack spacers or not. But that's going to take some research because I don't know which ones I can use because I don't know the inner diameter of my steering rack. So we'll find that out. Everything's put back together and ready to be taken out for a good... Why are you picking your nose? Alright, so yeah, I'm going to pull it out tomorrow and do a photo for Instagram, but I want to wait till it's daylight out so I get a good shot. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Stay sideways because I'm not going to be for a while because RB25 needs to go in the hole, but I want to paint it and do all that fancy stuff because I want it, instead of having pink tops and gray interior, I want to do a pull the fenders off and do a metallic red with a metal flake on the engine bay, and then I'm going to do the valve cover on this white. Anyways, that's besides the point. That's going to be a while before that happens. But I hope you enjoyed this video. So stay sideways and take it easy.